Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to understand what do you mean by frequency distribution. We'll also cover the topic of discrete frequency distribution. Frequency distribution. First of all, we will learn what do you mean by frequency. Okay, frequency is the number of times an observation is repeated. Let us understand this using an example. Consider heights of students. Okay, so the heights are like 150 centimeters, 152 centimeters, 165 centimeters, and 150 centimeters. So you can see here 150 is repeated twice. Okay, 150 is repeated two times. Therefore, we can say that frequency of 150 is 2. Okay, so what is frequency? Frequency means it is the number of times an observation is repeated. Next, we'll see what you mean by class frequency. The number of observation corresponding to a particular class is known as class frequency. See, in a frequency distribution table, we have different classes. So, the number of values corresponding to that particular class is known as class frequency. Okay, next we have frequency distribution. It is a systematic presentation of the value taken by a variable along with their frequencies. Under frequency distribution, we have discrete frequency distribution and continuous frequency distribution. Next, let us see what do you mean by discrete frequency distribution. While framing a frequency distribution, if class intervals are not considered, then it is called as discrete frequency distribution. See, in discrete frequency distribution, we can see the individual variables. You cannot see the single number here. Okay, so consider an example here. The number of families according to number of children are given. So you can see the number of children here and number of families are given here. So here class intervals are not considered. A single values are considered here. Okay, and here number of families are given. So you can say that 10 families are having no children. They have 0 children. And 40 families are having 1 child. And 80 families are having 2 children. 100 families are having 3 children. So here exact number is given. Okay, 3 children or 4 children or exact value is given here. Class intervals are not considered. Hence, this kind of distribution is known as discrete frequency distribution. Next, let us see what you mean by continuous frequency distribution. While framing a frequency distribution, if class intervals are considered, then it is called as continuous frequency distribution. You can see the examples. Weights of persons. Weights are given in kgs, and you can see the class intervals are given here. And corresponding to that number of persons are given. So we can say that 10 people are having their weights between 30 to 40 kg. And 15 people are having their weight between 40 to 50 kg. So here exact value is not given. 10 people are having their weight between 30 to 40 kg. Their weight may be 31, their weight may be 32, their weight may be 39. So it lies in between 30 to 40 kg. Okay, and here you can see 15 people, their weights are lying between 40 to 50. So 15 people's weight it may be 41, it may be 43, it may be 45. Okay, so here exact value is not given. Class intervals are considered. Okay, so when a class intervals are considered, so this kind of frequency distribution is known as continuous frequency distribution. Now let us see the formation of discrete frequency distribution. We will consider an example here. In a survey of 40 families in a certain locality, the number of children per family was recorded and the following data were obtained. So you can see the data is given here. So the question is, represent the data in the form of discrete frequency distribution. Okay, so here we have to form a discrete frequency distribution table. So we have to prepare 3 columns. In the first column we have to write the variable. So here the variable is the number of children. Okay, and variable is denoted by small x. And in the second column we will put the tally marks. and in the third column we will write down the frequencies. Frequencies denoted by small f. So to write on the variables, first let us check which is the least number, which is the lowest number in the given data. So in the given data, the lowest number we can see is 0, and here the highest number is 6. So start writing the number from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so corresponding to that we have to put the tally marks. Now you can see the datas here 1, 0, 3. So all the datas are given. So check the first numbers, check each number and put the tally marks. So the first number is 1. So put the tally marks in front of 1. Draw a vertical line in front of 1. So the next number given in the data is 0. So in front of 0, put a tally mark. So next number is 3. So in front of 3, put a tally mark. In the same way, put tally marks for all the datas given. Okay, so here you can see in front of 1 we have 5 tally marks here. The fifth tally marks is put as a horizontal line. Okay, so that this one set is denoted by 5 tally marks. This is one set of 5 we have. Okay, so next we have to write down the corresponding frequencies. So in the first one where the number of children is 0, so there we have the frequency is 3. Since we have 3 tally marks there, we have to write the frequency as 3. Next we have the tally marks there. We have 7 tally marks, so write down the frequency as 7. Next we have 10 frequency. Next one is 8, 6, 4 and 2. So these are the frequencies. So that the total frequencies are n is equal to 40. Okay, so this kind of distribution is known as discrete frequency distribution because here class intervals are not considered. Okay, a single variable is considered here. Next we'll go to the example number 2. Number of teaching staff working in 20 different colleges was recorded as below. Our data are given here and the question is prepare a frequency table. So first prepare the frequency table. We have 3 columns here. First one is number of teaching staffs, that is the variable x, and the second column is the tally marks, and the third column is number of colleges. Okay, so first of all we have to check which is the least number and which is the highest number. So here in the data given above, the least number is 10, okay, and the highest number is 25. So go on writing the numbers, that is 10, 12, 15, 18, 20 and 25. Whatever numbers given here are written here. So corresponding tally marks you have to put. Now go on checking the numbers. The first value is 15, so put a tally mark in front of 15. And the second number is 12, put a tally marks in front of 12. So in the same way, go on putting the tally marks until you finish all the numbers. Okay, so these are the tally marks. Next, by looking into the tally marks, write down the frequencies. The first one, we have only 2 tally marks, so their frequency is 2. And in the second one, we have 3 tally marks, so the frequency is 3. Next frequency is 6, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so we got all the frequencies. After that, write down the total. So here we have total n is equal to 20 frequencies. Okay. So this is a discrete frequency distribution, formation of discrete frequency distribution where class intervals are not given, a single individual data are considered here. Okay, thank you for watching.